Yeah, okay. Good evening and welcome to the Daily Wire. I'm your host, Sean Bean McQueen, the third. Tonight we'll cover how one simple mistake while performing a simple oil change on your Tacoma could have drastic results. Welcome back to the Tacomaholic channel, everybody, where we feed your addiction for everything Tacoma related. So go ahead and subscribe now and stay up to date on everything related to Tacomas. All right, everybody, it is Friday. The weekend is right around the corner. Hope you guys have some fun things planned for your truck. Quick video for you guys today, and I'm glad because I felt a few raindrops. It looks like it's gonna pour on me at any second. This should literally just take a few minutes. This is one of those public service style announcement videos. Sadly, I have seen this issue come up more times than I'd care to remember, either on Tacoma World, Instagram, Facebook pages, you name it, where people get under their Tacoma thinking they're getting ready to do a simple oil change on the truck, and they accidentally drain the transmission fluid instead. And as you can imagine, this can cause a ton of damage to your Tacoma if you don't initially realize you drained the transmission fluid. So what I'm just gonna do today is, first of all, just by mentioning this, I hope I can at least save one person from doing this themselves and opening up a whole bag of worms. If I can save one person from doing that, I think this video is winning. So let's hop under the truck and go over a few things so you know exactly what you're looking at when you're doing your oil change or if you're doing your transmission fluid. This video will be part of my series that is perfect for any beginners who are working on their trucks for the first time or who don't just possess the general knowledge about their Tacoma. I will link that playlist right above, so check that out if that interests you. Okay guys, so to give you a full point of reference, and again, this is really if you have never done either of these fluid changes before in your life. If you're experienced on working your Tacoma, this video is probably not for you. But if you've never done this kind of stuff, you're a little nervous, I'm gonna show you exactly where everything is. You're gonna see me crawl into the truck so you know exactly where I'm talking about. Now, obviously, this is for a second-gen Tacoma, specifically the V6. The third-gen Tacomas, I'm sure, are very similar. So you can see I'm in the front of the truck. We are actually gonna roll under here. Got my mat laid down so I don't get filthy. And my light so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I did just remove all of my skid plates to do some nice undercarriage stuff, which I'll show you guys in a later video. This right here is the front Crossmember, I think it's called. This dome right here is where an actual safe lifting point for your Tacoma is located. If you don't have any aftermarket armor, there will be like a factory skid plate here, which really is not a skid plate. So if you remove all that, you'll be able to see all this. So once you locate that front lifting point right here, it is just like a camel hump. You can see, I'm just sort of panning around so you know exactly where we are. Behind this, it looks like, I don't know, 15 inches or so. Here is the bottom of your oil pan. Now, I do have a fumoto drain valve on here, which is an aftermarket piece that lets you have clean oil changes. I've done videos on this, great thing to have. I will link this below in case you guys want to grab one of those. So if you do not have the fumoto, there will be a regular drain plug right here. I can't remember the exact size. I want to say 17 millimeters, something like that. Comment below if you know what that is. But this is what the bottom of your oil pan looks like, where you will drain the fluid. You will simply remove this bolt, again, if you do not have the fumoto drain valve. Have your oil pan down here to catch everything, and that's it. Quick reference, first cross member right here. Then your oil drain plug about 15 inches behind that. You can see then immediately behind that, towards the back of the truck, is a second cross member. If you have crossed two of these cross members, you are no longer dealing with your regular engine oil. Behind the cross member, I'll show you in just a second, I will skimmy under there, is your transmission plug. Again, I'm just moving my light so you can see this in real time so you don't get disoriented. Try not to burn myself while I do this. Passing under the cross member here. Here is actually your transmission pan. Ugh, okay, now I have some space right here. Getting old sucks. Here's your transmission pan. You can see it's much larger on my second gen. It is black with a little dirt on it, obviously. Trying to make sure I'm not getting this backwards. This might be the overflow. This is the drain plug for the transmission. But again, you can see the size and shape of your transmission pan is much different than the engine oil pan. So Once you're back here looking at the flat, large transmission pan, do not drain this if you're just trying to do an engine oil change. Again, this is behind the second cross member from the front, and it's actually in front of your third cross member right back here. Now, I know me rolling around under the truck may have still been confusing, even though I tried to show it in real time so you could see where everything was that I was talking about. But again, just a little common sense here will prevail, at least for V6 engines, specifically in the Tacoma. The oil pan where you're going to drain it, your engine is right here in the middle of your engine bay. The oil pan, if you're going to drain that for your oil change, is directly under the engine. Makes sense, right? And again, specifically for V6s, your transmission is going to start immediately behind your engine. So it would make sense again that your transmission pan, if you're going to drain any of that fluid, is behind the engine. So if you're under the truck, take a moment to orient yourself. If you're at all confused, first of all, if you're not 100% certain the bolt you're getting ready to loosen to drop fluid, hop on Tacoma World and ask around, do a little research so you don't make a huge mistake that could potentially cost you thousands of dollars. All right, everybody. That will do it for this video. As always, thank you so much for supporting the channel by watching this video. Comment below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this, because I feel like I hear about this issue coming up where people changing the wrong fluid by accident and either catching it in time or really wrecking something. I feel like I hear about it at least a few times a month on all the social media. So comment below if you know someone who has done this or if you have heard about it recently. Help me grow the channel by sharing this video with your friends on social media. Enjoy your upcoming weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.